Hello dear friends, welcome back, welcome to a new reading, a general reading, a not time specific reading. Being a general reading, please take in account only what you feel that is resonating with yourself. I'm speaking here about energies, I'm not speaking about sexes. I use the characters in the cards in order for me to be able to express myself, but that doesn't mean that if I am expressing myself as a gender or to a gender, I am addressing only that gender. We all have both energies in us, feminine and masculine, so please bear with me because it's much easier this way for me to keep a storyline. Because I am speaking about energies, these energies can also interchange with the characters in the cards. That means that I may speak directly to you, Taurus, because this is your reading, or I may speak directly to the cross-watcher. If this is your case, you will know it and you will be able to identify it from the storyline. Thank you for all of you who are making donations. I appreciate it. For those of you who are interested in private readings, you can find all the details in the description box below. I like to let the cards come out by themselves. I know this can take a while. This is why the readings have chapters. So if you're not interested in this whole process, if you already know this introduction, please feel free and go directly to the chapter that you are interested in. In case that the chapters are not being shown in the YouTube player, depending on the device that you are using, you can always find the timestamps to the chapters also in the description box below. If you like what you are seeing, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, you're welcome. This being said, thank you again and let's start with your reading. For all who have the Sun, Moon, Rising or planet Venus in the sign of Taurus, what's for their higher good to know now? What's best for them to know now? Now being the time that you are watching the recording. Best messages for Taurus, please, and everything that is for their higher good to know now. For all who have the Sun, Moon, Rising or planet Venus in the sign of Taurus. Ten of Cups. So we have a start beginning. Don't forget that we are approaching the second eclipse in Taurus that will happen on the 8th of November. So it's releasing time of everything that is not longer serving us. Why? In order for us to be able to open ourselves towards what's really making us happy, to achieve that emotional satisfaction, fulfillment at its highest, to open ourselves towards relationships, partnerships, situations, circumstances where everything is happening in reciprocity, in respect, in love, in harmony, in cherishing each other. It can speak also about family, being in that surrounding environment where everybody is well, everybody is communicating sincerely with everybody. It's a change of information that can grow everything. They are not only communicating but sharing what they discovered in order to feel and remain in this respectful, harmonious environment. So love, happiness, family, everybody being well, thriving. God bless. For Taurus, please. Best messages for Taurus, please, and everything that is for their higher good to know now. Okay, the Devil, the Lovers, Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, and Five of Swords. Just a second, please. So, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is the energy that keeps your reading. It can be that current of energy that can lead the reading in the direction where it needs to go, and it also can be the energy in which you are right now. Sometimes it can be subtle and you're not conscious about it. Sometimes it can be stronger and you are conscious about it, and sometimes it can be so strong that even people around you are conscious about this energy. The Hanged Man mainly speaks to us about enlightenment. It speaks to us about, yes, we may feel that we are being blocked, we are being stuck, we are being kept, we cannot move forward then, but it speaks mainly to us, the time that is being given to us in order for us to be able to change our perspective so that we can see what we are not seeing, we can understand what we are not understanding, we can observe everything much deeper, and he's staying in this uncomfortable position until the sun comes and enlightens him, and in that moment he understands, he sees, he can move, turn around and move forward with it. This is, and what's on the table is what you went through, how you needed to change your perspective in order to get to the Ten of Cups that we had when we split the deck. I realize now that you're not seeing very well the Ace of Pentacles. So, it can speak to us, the Hanged Man, also about have a little bit of patience. The main thing here is you had that disponibility to, I can feel something but I cannot put my finger on it, I cannot say you for sure this is why, but I feel there is something, I'm missing something, and this is why you had that openness to put yourself upside down. It's halfway the winning, towards the winning, because with this openness, you were like just a sponge in everything that came towards you and helped you change your perspective. It was not easy. It's not a comfortable position. You have as signs the Devil, sign of Capricorn, as you on Earth sign, the Lovers, sign of Gemini. And you are in a situation in which you felt like being trapped. Again, like with the Hanged Man. Oh my God, and you're not seeing now that. Like a trap, like being held back, like. But if you're looking a little bit, I hope you can see it. This lock is unlocked. It's only with his hook that it's keeping this cage not closed, but it is open. How should I put it so that you can see it? It's unlocked. So we were in a situation in which we felt like being stuck, being kept, being prisoners. The devil speaks about fears, blockages, anxieties, dependencies, manipulations. Maybe with the help of manipulations, we were being kept in this. But I always tell you, with the devil, we generally, more than 70% of the cases, we play the role of the devil in our own life through sabotaging ourselves. We have an idea, we have a feeling, and then we discard it. We bring very palpable justifications, very logical, with which we are demolishing what we thought 10 seconds ago. You were in a situation in which you felt like being trapped. With Three of Swords, it was heartbreak, it was heartache, it was something that you were not before. It's like these mermaids are discovering now the sword. It is shiny, but it also cuts. It's the two ways. Until they learn how to deal with it, they firstly get to this. It was heartbreak, it has heartache, somebody disappointed you. Because of this disappointment, we felt like being trapped. How much of this entrapment was our doing or not, because we needed time to understand what happened. How is this thing working? Five of Swords speaks to us, and it's about, again, this discovering how the sword works. The sword can be communication, the sword can be logic, can be thought process, can be truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. It's a situation in which we needed some time to learn how to deal with this. But it's also a situation in which we were for a long time putting a lot of effort into it and not having the results that we hoped. Mainly because we dealt with people that were wishy-washy, that were not so interested in what we had to bring to the table or what we had to say, but something from what we did benefited themselves, the devil, and so on. And they didn't told us, go on your path, go on your way, try what you want with somebody else, because I'm not interested. And we continued and invested in that something very much. Time, energy, resources, feelings, maybe all of the above. And we have now the epiphany after we stay and stay and stay and we wait for the sun to enlighten us. We have that epiphany in which, wait a minute, something is not right here. I didn't saw it right, and it's hurting. And when we are playing the role of the devil in our own life, then it's even much more unpleasant, the hurt. But you start in that moment and connect to your intuition, to start and put everything in order. Know that by listening to your intuition, to your guidance, you will simply be guided towards your own path that will lead you towards what you are wanting, and you need to leave some things behind, and it's not easy to leave things behind for Taurus, even more because we are and I'm speaking with we because I'm also Taurus, the fixedest sign of the fixed sign. So you needed to let something go, to go with your heart, to go towards your soul was nudging you to continue and go. Because in order to achieve the 10 of Cups, 2 are missing, the 2 of Cups, minor arcana from the Lovers. In order to go in search of, find the 2 of Cups, we have to follow our path, our guidance to achieve the 10 of Cups, the fulfillment, emotional fulfillment at its highest. To leave this behind, the Lovers, maybe some of you left somebody behind. But the Lovers is mainly speaking about a choice. We may choose somebody or we may choose ourselves. To bring balance back between our masculine energy and feminine energy together to become whole again, in order to attract towards ourselves circumstances, situations, relationships with balanced people, balanced situation, whole situations. And you made that choice and listened to your intuition, and it was not easy, but you understood that you have a new beginning in front of you, a new beginning that can lead you towards not only abundance, prosperity, fertility, creativity, but being able to bring into manifestation things exactly as you want, to be successful in whatever you are starting now, to be able to go towards the best opportunities that you can, to come back to your own energy, the Queen of Pentacles, to choose yourself under the Lovers, that is about choice, to choose yourself in such a manner so that you can come back to your own energy after so many swords, to become again that nurturing energy that you are. From the Queens is the motherly energy, is that nurturing motherly energy, taking care of everybody that in such a manner so that they can thrive, to do their best, to have everything that they are in need of, to be able to do that. But you learned that you have to do the same for yourself. In order for you to take care of others, you need to take care also of yourself so that you can be the success that you can be and bring that into manifestation. Earth signs are the best in knowing how to take an idea, to take a project and put it into manifestation, because they have that practical, pragmatical way of doing things. With the High Priestess here, you listened very careful to your intuition. You followed your guidance. You discovered yourself in a new way. You discovered how to communicate, how to be in connection with your guidance in order to be able to follow your path, so that you can manifest, bring into manifestation everything that you want for yourself, but with that higher guidance, in accordance with it. And you were with that put back on the wheel of your own destiny, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune can speak about destiny, but it also shows us the two ways that we mainly see destiny. We may see it as being something that is written in the stars and we have no saying in it. And with that, we are putting ourselves in a victim mode, and everyone is doing that more or less, depending on situation. Everybody's doing that. Or to become conscious of our own creative power alongside divinity in creating our own destiny. And with that, we are taking the wheel over our own destiny, co-creating alongside divinity. This is why you learned how to communicate, how to connect to higher realms in order to align everything with your higher self, with your divine path, so that you can bring it into manifestation. But it was a process, and you needed that time to understand what you went through, what it brought you, how you learned. It is not an easy path, but you are getting there. So you had the 10 of Cups when I split the deck. This is where you are going towards, and this is where you went in order to get where you want. Knight of Cups, looking at your own emotions in a deeper way, exactly as the Queen of Pentacles is doing. She is like a little clock maker who knows every little wheel where its place is in order for the whole thing to work. In the same manner, you started and looked at your feelings, at your emotions, in order to understand them, not only to cope with them, to understand them, to know in that practical, pragmatical way where I need to make some changes in order to bring balance back. Knight of Cups, it's speaking also about listening to your own intuition. These are characters that are letting themselves be led through their intuition towards their heart, is moving them along. This is you opening your heart. This is you going towards somebody and admitting your feelings, or it can be somebody that is coming towards yourself and doing that. But for me is you, exactly as I told you, not only understanding your feelings in order to cope with them, but understand where you want to go from here in order to achieve according to the investment that you are doing within yourself, with much more guidance, with much more accordance. It was not in vain this period of time in which you felt like being blocked. It was that needed time in order to change the perspective. What's with the Three of Swords, please? Tell me more about the Three of Swords. Page of Swords. Page of Swords can be any sign of air, signs of air being Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They can be very charming, they can be very intelligent, maybe speaking more than one language. They have a very they know very well how to communicate, how to put their intelligence and their logic in a such way on the paper, if you like, so that they look good. They know how to speak, when to speak, with whom, if that is in their highest good or not. And it also can speak to us about our desire to open ourselves towards new information, to new knowledge, to learn much more about new domains that can help us deal with something like that. It's like, I cannot understand how this is possible. And after you mourned, you opened yourself, maybe towards psychology, for example, starting with something very logical. I need to learn how this works in order to be able to understand what I went through. It can be that somebody that, as I explained, created this heartache, heartbreak, but it also can speak to us about the starting point of the process of opening towards new information from different domains, or domains that you didn't approach until this moment, so that you can make sense of everything that was happening. What's with the Five of Swords, please? Tell me more. Five of Swords, that situation, that circumstance in which you stayed for a long time. Why? Because of the Four of Pentacles. And Four of Pentacles is that fixed energy, like Taurian energy. I won't let go of this. This is mine. I worked for it. This is not fair. And you know what I'm talking about. But we all need stability, security in our life. And sometimes, because of this desire of security and stability, and Taurus has it, we may sometimes stay in situations, circumstances that we know that are not working as they used to or they should, but because they give up us some sense of sensibility, sense of security and stability, we continue and stay in them until we have this truth that sometimes it hurts, and it can be this of Three of Swords, in which we are starting and wait a minute, what was I missing here? Is this giving me according to what I invested into it or not? And as a true Taurian, you won't let it go until you are sure that you tried your best and tried everything that you could have, or saw it as a possible answer, a possible solution. After you do that, and you see it doesn't comes in reciprocity, you are ready to let go. And I always tell you, let go. Because if it's meant to be yours, whatever this is, whatever the situation is that you put so much of your heart and soul into, and not only that, the universe will find another way to bring that something back into your life. But if it's not meant to be yours, it's like it will be a bad investment for me to continue and invest in a situation in which I already invested a lot and didn't brought me the desired result. When you let it go, you are opening yourself towards what is meant to be yours, what is much more aligned with yourself. It's not easy. And sometimes when we are for so long in a situation, it's not easy to identify that we are in a such of situation. It can speak also about, it's a very clingy energy, Four of Pentacles. It can be that somebody clanked on you because you gave them the sense of security, stability. What with the Eight of Cups? Tell me more about the Eight of Cups. Listening to your intuition, following your own path, leaving a hard situation behind. But you're not leaving it behind because it's hard and you want something easy. You're leaving it behind because you really tried your best. Eight of Cups. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups. The Hermit. Hermit, another earth sign like you. So you have Capricorn, Virgo, and you as Taurus, but it's not on the table. This is the sign that is inviting us in going deep within, in making that inner journey within ourselves in order to find our own guidance, in order to become again conscious of our own divine sparkle that guides us. When life gets so hectic and we are not able to hear our guidance, it's that moment in which we have to realize we have to retreat. We have to go a little bit inwardly in order to listen much carefully, in order to bring light to the situation, to bring forgiveness, to ask for forgiveness, but also to forgive all that wronged us. Because only by bringing understanding, forgiveness, light into the situation, we can start the releasing process of all the burdens. So, maybe you left somebody like this behind, maybe somebody like this left you behind and you needed to follow your own guidance. But through this, you are being invited how to reconnect to your inner guidance, to your inner divine sparkle, so that you understand that you have a saying in it by co-creating your own destiny. Listening, discovering yourself, bringing forgiveness to everybody, but don't forget yourself, because you let things go so far, and forgive yourself to start the releasing process, to the releasing of this also, and go on your path through guidance. What's with the Lovers, please? The Emperor, sign of Aries. The Emperor is the one character that conquered much more than one kingdom in order to be able to build his empire. He is the law in his own empire. I choose myself to bring myself to be again whole, so that I understand that I am in charge over my own destiny, that I have a saying, and becoming independent, becoming sovereign from this situation, freeing yourself in order to open yourself from this position of authority. You gain authority over your own life. I'm seeing this for the majority of you. That is the choice when you choose yourself to become whole again, to take back your own power from this kind of situation. So, maybe for some of you, this new beginning can also contain somebody from Aries or somebody from Gemini. Again, this is you choosing yourself in order to be the authority in your own life. Be the one who's deciding which way I'm going, how I want to do things in order to achieve the results that I want. The Emperor is the one that wants to see results, is the one that made everything outside of the box in order to be the one that achieves that result, conquering more than one kingdom. He conquered the fire, the water, the swords, all in order to become whole again. What's with the devil, please? Tell me more about the devil. Why is the devil here? Queen of Cups, and it was not in reverse but not upright. Queen of Cups, it was an emotional way. It was a period of time in which, emotionally speaking, you were vulnerable, you felt everything much more intenser, but it also speaks to us about listen to your guidance. After the High Priestess, that is a major arcana, she is the most intuitive. So gain your emotional balance in order to be able to connect to higher guidance through your intuition, so that you can become this authoritative character in your life that has no fear and has everything that he's in need of in order to put an end to this misunderstanding, manipulating, whatever the devil was for you. Or if you played the role of the devil through sabotaging yourself, to simply saying, what are you doing? This is recognizing, stop it. But it was a period in time in your life in which you felt everything much more intenser. It really was like this mermaid here, consumed by the emotions, feeling as being trapped. This is why the Hermit came here, to go much deeper, go deep within, with logic, it's the most logical from the earth signs. It's like combining the emotion with this logic, this analytical way of opening yourself towards new information, so that you make some logic from what you are feeling, so that you can change your perspective in order to come out of it, to take back your own power, to become independent, to become sovereign. From the Queen of Cups, that speaks to us about listen to your intuition, towards the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here, please? It's you understanding everything from that higher perspective, because you are connecting with your guidance. It's seeing everything clear. It's being able to see through the whole manipulation, to be able to make the difference between illusion and truth, so that you can know what to choose what to change, to determine the change that you want into your life. The High Priestess, please. Why is the High Priestess here, please? Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups, it's speaking to us. It's a high frequency, very high. The devil cannot hold high frequency. It speaks to us about emotional detachment from everything that is of low frequency, by doing things that you are enjoying, by surrounding yourself with people that are not only optimistic, positive, but encouraging, with people that love you for who you are and not because of what they can get from you. In taking care of yourself, taking care physically, but also taking care of your emotional side of being. Does this do any good for me or not? If it doesn't, I'm not interested. Does this feel good or not? And so on. Letting yourself be guided by what's best for me, what's soothing me, what's calming me, and by raising your vibration, you are bringing into manifestation much more easily. So, not only that you are connecting with higher guidance through your own cup of not only love through your intuition, but you learning how to connect and how to withhold and how to raise vibration, how to understand, how to recognize when you are going down and bringing yourself back up, in order to detach yourself from everything that is not of a higher vibration, so that you can bring into manifestation everything that you want. Because the Nine of Cups is also speaking about bringing dreams, hopes, wishes into fruition, making them come true, little by little every day, but they are accumulating. And because it's one of the two cards from the minor arcana that is speaking about independence, the major arcana that speaks loudly, screams about independence, being the Emperor, for me is even more a confirmation that you are detaching yourself from everything that kept you not in an independent state of being. You're detaching yourself from everything that is not from a higher frequency, and starting and moving towards your own way of bringing into manifestation by understanding your divine co-creative powers in alignment with higher guidance. Receiving that guidance easily, learning how to do it, learning how to open yourself to do it, understanding it clearly. Queen of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. The Tower. Everything that was not for your higher good came down, because this is destiny intervening, because it knows that you deserve much more better than Three of Swords, the Devil, Five of Swords, and so on. It can come down only with one hit because it lacked a solid foundation. And You start by taking care of yourself, understanding, going deep within in order to have that solid foundation within yourself. It can be that some belief systems, the way that you looked at something and somebody is crumbling down. It may feel like a trauma, like only drama, but in its true sense is the opportunity that is being given to us in order to start and rebuild from ground up, starting with that solid foundation. In order to be able to start anew, we need to start from scratch. And everything that came down is in order for you to have the opportunity of starting with the solid foundation that is within yourself, in connection with higher guidance, because you deserve much more better than this. But again, it's a process in which we have to take responsibility. And until we are not ready to do that, this happens. It's the learning process. Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune, please. Understanding your creative powers. Understanding the opportunity that you have in order to bring balance back, in order to detach yourself, Nine of Cups, from situations, circumstances, character that juggle with finances and juggle with emotions. You are like on a roller coaster, emotionally speaking. This is why it was so emotional for you, because you had to deal with somebody very manipulative, very intelligent in doing that. This is why it took so long to be able to understand everything. But in the same way, you are now detaching yourself from this kind of circumstances, situation, in order to bring balance back. It's like you always had to balance yourself in order to maintain a balance, to take from one place and putting into the other in order for you to be able to understand that. This is why everything is crumbling, because you deserve much more than situations, circumstances like this. But until we don't understand our creative process, we cannot achieve something that is durable, that has that solid foundation. Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, very fortunate, very it's like Midas. Everything it's being now, after this realization, it's being turned into golden opportunities that will lead you towards security, stability, prosperity. The Star, bringing your dreams, your hopes into fruition. Sign of Aquarius. Let yourself be guided by the guiding star in order to be able to bring your dreams into fruition, to see your dreams coming true. But it also speaks to us about the opportunity that we have in order to heal an emotional wound, but in a conscious way. Because Aquarius, it's an air sign, very logical, very analytical. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, through learning, through connecting the dots, to understanding why this situation went through that situation and that led to the other, and understanding it and going deep to the root in order to heal that wound at the root, not only at the surface. And because of that, through that healing, you open yourself towards new opportunities that will lead you towards dreams coming true. In being able to say that, and not only say but mean it, it's like I'm living a life as I would have been born under a lucky star. This is your own doing. This is you healing yourself from something that was much more less than you deserved because you didn't know yourself truly. This is why you needed to do this inner journey, to find yourself, to take responsibility of everything, but also to become the one who's deciding which way I'm going from now on. Let's see. And the 10 of Cups that was at the beginning when I split the deck comes after this. I told you from the beginning, it's not showing us where you are going, it's showing you where you were in order to be able to achieve what you want. The whole process. Best guidance, best advice for Taurus at the end of the reading, please. Just pat yourself on the back and congratulate yourself for what you did and how you did it, because this is your self healing yourself. High Priest of Atlantis and High Priestess, this is you bringing everything in alignment, activating all the chakras, chakra healing. This is that deeper healing process, hell, end of a cycle. This is a North goddess that recycles, if you want, the souls. Give them, when it's an end of a cycle, rejuvenates the soul in order to continue and learn and thrive and grow. And what is coming to an end is this 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Devil, and so on. That comes to an end with this healing. And Pellet, light your fire. I don't have any doubt that you are not doing that. And because of it, just think of the fertility of this land because of the lava. Light your fire in order to be able to bring everything into manifest, to birth new words, new stories, new cycles, new whatever. So this is where you went from. This is from her name with one L comes what the Christians put the second L. But she's like a midwife for souls. She helps them go through cycles that are not longer serving, to learning, so that we don't repeat what was in not our best interest, but with healing, so that you can light your fire, your light, call it as you want. This is ancient wisdom coming to the surface like a volcano. Your inner wisdom from centuries ago being now lit up and resurfacing. God bless. Till next time, take care. Bye.